Welcome to your daily 5-minute crypto brief with Satoshi and Nova. Today is July 16th, 2025. I am Nova.
I am Satoshi. It's around $117,000.
Yeah, holding steady up there. But honestly, the bigger mover perhaps is Ethereum. It surged quite a bit.
Right. About, 4.6%? Up to around $3,110. And the drivers seem to be strong institutional interest, maybe some ETF optimism building.
Exactly. That ETF narrative seems to be giving it a real boost. And you're seeing that general risk-on mood trickle down, too.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, meme coins getting a bump. PPE jumped over 6%.
PPE, SHIB, Floke, all up around 4% or so. It really paints this picture of a, hyper-positive mood, as some sources called it.
So you've got these speculative rallies alongside Bitcoin strength. Seems like pretty resilient bullish momentum, maybe even signs of, dare I say, alt season.
Could be. But while the market's feeling good, there are definitely headwinds to watch.
Okay, like on the regulatory front, what did the sources flag there?
Well, yeah, it's fascinating how quickly things can shift. We saw a pretty major snag with that U.S. stablecoin bill.
Oh, the Genius Act. What happened there?
It got blocked, surprisingly, by the House Freedom Caucus. Some conservatives led Speaker Johnson to just cancel the vote entirely.
Wow. During crypto week, too. That's not great timing.
Not ideal, no. It's a surprise snag, and it basically throws a wrench into getting regulatory clarity for stablecoins. That's a, $150 billion market left in limbo.
And even Trump stepping in didn't get it back on the schedule.
Apparently not, at least not yet. So that's a big question mark hanging over things. And related to regulation, we also saw the SEC make a move.
Me guess. Another ETF delay.
You got it. They tapped the brakes on BlackRock's spot Ethereum ETF proposal, the iShares ETH Trust. Deadline pushed to August 26th.
Okay, so just a delay, not a rejection. Is that the key takeaway?
Exactly. It's procedural. They mention needing more time to look at the in-kind redemption mechanism specifically. That's pretty critical for big institutions to get in easily, swapping shares directly for Ether.
Right. That makes sense. Important detail. Okay, so beyond the crypto-specific stuff, we also need to touch on the wider economic scene because that always plays a role. President Trump seems to be really ramping up pressure on the Fed.
Oh, definitely. He's been openly criticizing Chairman Powell and even floated Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, as a potential replacement down the line.
And that obviously raises concerns about the Fed's independence, right? How does the market react to that kind of talk?
Well, you see some nervousness, portfolio hedging, maybe a bit of a rotation into things like gold, the traditional safe haven.
So where does that leave Bitcoin? Does this sort of thing bolster its narrative as, an alternative hedge? Or does it get dragged down by general market uncertainty?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or maybe the $117,000 question. Does it decouple during political turmoil? Or is it still too tied to broader risk assets? The jury's kind of still out, I think.
Okay. Interesting dynamic to watch. Now, what about risks within crypto itself? Anything pop up there?
Yeah, a couple of things worth noting. First, that pretty surprising move by a dormant Bitcoin whale, someone who hadn't touched their coins in 14 years.
Right, I saw headlines on that. How much did they move?
Over 40,000 BTC, which is like $4.6 billion. Transferred it to Galaxy Digital.
Wow. Did it tank the price?
Not really, interestingly. But it's a stark reminder, isn't it, of how concentrated some of that early wealth is and the potential psychological impact or sell pressure if these big holders decide to move. It's a unique crypto risk.
A sort of single point of failure risk from these large early holders. Okay, what else?
Second thing was a DeFi exploit. Arcadia Finance, it's a lending platform on Coinbase's Base network, got hit for about $3.5 million.
Ouch. How'd that happen?
Looks like a vulnerability in one of their smart contracts, something called a rebalancer. It just adds to the, pretty staggering amount lost to hacks already this year.
How much are we talking for 2025 so far?
Sources mentioned around $2.47 billion just in the first half. It's a constant reminder of the security risks still present in DeFi.
Definitely. So for you listening, I guess the message there is vigilance.
Absolutely. Stay vigilant, manage your risk, don't over-leverage, diversify. Even audited platforms aren't foolproof,
Yeah, good points. So wrapping it all up, the last 24 hours really showed that duality, didn't it? Strong market vibes, Bitcoin holding, ETH surging, even memes getting love.
Right, but then you have these persistent shadows, regulatory delays both in Congress and at the SEC, macro uncertainty swirling around the Fed.
And those crypto-native risks, like the whale move and the DeFi hack, always lurking.
Exactly. It really highlights how One piece of news from DC, one big on-chain move can shift the landscape really quickly. Staying informed, staying agile, it's crucial.
Couldn't agree more. So maybe the final thought for you to chew on is this. What's next? What's the next big catalyst or maybe the next big challenge that's really going to test this market's resilience and its path to wider adoption? Something to think about.
Enjoyed the brief? Please like and subscribe. We deliver fresh market updates, macro signals, and crypto news daily in just 5 minutes. Live streams coming soon. Stay tuned.